There we go. God bless you all. We're trying to adjust here and have a different setup for you guys. So hopefully we remember to look over here because that's our main camera. So let me know if you hear us really well. I'm putting the volume up as much as I can so that we can uh, so you guys can hear. So blessings to you all. I want to see. Go ahead, say hello.
Are we supposed to be able to hear it there?
I don't know what you mean.
I can hear you talking in there.
Oh,
Sorry, guys.
okay. How about now?
Hopefully there's no echo. If there's an echo in the
No.
background, please
There's
let
no
us know.
echo.
Okay.
I can hear.
Hi everybody. It's been quite a bit since I've been on with the hubby. We've just been undergoing some changes. This is our new home. We relocated to Lake Mary, and we have been just adapting. You know, we have a smaller space, so just figuring out where things go. This, that, or the other. And I've been having some other personal issues, so I haven't been feeling up to being online. But now I am.
So today I finally convinced her to
Guilted me.
Not really, but actually, if you guys can let me know how it sounds. Does she sounds good? Does I sound good? Because I'm using one mic
Bernice
to let
It's
us know.
good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. So we sound good because that was a quick answer. I don't know if it was because of that, but so yeah, blessings to you all.
Bernice is gonna tell you if it sounds bad, so she said it sounds
No, that's
good.
what. No, I tell people and they all tell me if it's bad or not. That's why I always ask them. But it's good that Bernice is there, so she can tell me, like you said.
I don't get what you're saying.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
Aren't we saying the same thing?
She says, yes, yes, we are saying the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, like my wife said, we are actually in a new place. We actually like our new place, though.
For my goddaughter. Thank you, love.
Do you like your new place? So
yes, I do.
It is nice here. So we are.
The only adjustment is the size.
That's yeah.
Other than that, I'm very comfortable. I'm very happy and content, and love the area. Our neighbors are great. I got no complaints.
Nope. And I am hearing an echo. Mm-hmm. So give me 1 second. It should be off, but anyway. Give me a second, mi gente. Okay.
Is that we can hear ourselves talking on the on the cell phone?
Yeah, but maybe I don't know. If they don't hear it,
and usually we don't.
We want to see Hermana Ana today. We went. Yes.
Oh, how is she?
I think was it Sue that told me that you guys went. So yeah, that was nice.
Nice.
Dito. It's a beautiful family, wonderful family that we love dearly, and so we'll keep praying for her, praying for the family. But yeah, we she said we went to see Manana.
Oh, I thought she wrote something else.
No. Entonces, so yeah, we are unpacking still. I guess we really unpack. It's just like little minor stuff. Like we can't find something and we're like, yeah. I think we have it in a box still.
Well, to be clear, we went from a house to an apartment. So same amount of rooms, but it's just smaller.
Yeah, it's not
a complex that has everything you can possibly want. And so we're really happy here because you get the pool, the gym, all that, those extra stuff and things like that. So it's just same amount of rooms that we had before, but the living area
space,
it's a little bit smaller.
The rooms are bigger.
So just adjusting to that, changing things, not putting everything up, so it doesn't look crowded, because I don't want to feel crowded either. Yeah. So we're just taking our time because, I'm a broken little butterfly. So do as much as I can when I can.
Good. She looks good. Bernice said banana.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. No, good. I'm glad she looks good.
But yeah, and so we're gonna say something there. I forgot. But anyway.
No mentira.
No mentira, no. So So what? Tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tired.
But anyway, we are excited to be. It's Nancy que nos siempre nos da el saludo y nos deja saber que ella es de New Jersey para que nosotros no nos olvidamos.
Just in case I forget.
Just in case if we forgot that. Yeah. But we wanted to have a conversation. We had a couple topics, and Debbie's on there now. Hola, Deborah Rivera Bonita.
So with the upcoming holidays, we thought that it'd be a good idea to talk about, what we think about the holidays and how we celebrate them, and why we choose to or choose not to celebrate in certain holidays.
Yeah.
I think that our upbringings, even though we were both raised in a similar Christian background, I think our parents just dealt with things a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
And so things that I'm used to, you're like, what the heck are you doing? You know? So now I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what's the big deal? So it's kind of like, getting adjusted to, okay, all right. So now we have to, as we, in marriage, you have to say, okay, what are we going to agree with? And even though there's certain things that I'm like, oh, that's not a big deal. But if he's completely against it, then, I try to respect that. And he's pretty good with allowing me to enjoy certain things and stuff like that or whatever. But I don't think that
But I don't think so. We're indifferent.
I don't think we're that much differently. It's very little bit.
It's funny because we tend to already, people are going to Christmas already.
I know.
Mom went to Hobby Lobby.
I'm trying to enjoy the fall.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby, no joke though. They like have everything Christmas.
Yeah, they do.
Nuts.
They do.
I mean, they still do like the harvesty and the.
Yeah, but in September when I went there for, I don't know what I was looking for, something we needed for the church,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, "There's Christmas trees out." Like we didn't even say Thanksgiving. We haven't even done Thanksgiving yet or anything like that. But you know what? Speaking about the celebration of different holidays, well, it might not be obvious to everybody, but we do not celebrate Halloween. I never went trick-or-treating a day in my life. My husband hasn't. I've never taken my kids trick-or-treating if they've done it with somebody and I don't know, but usually they're with us during the holidays. So they've never been trick-or-treating either. If the school had activities, we would either not let them go to school or they would have like a library day, and at the library they would do different activities and things like that for the kids. Some teachers were respectful of the religious, decision beliefs, and then some weren't. Like, so that would frustrate me sometimes when the kids would come to school, and I'm like, if I'm separating my kids and allowing them to dress up and participate, why would you give them stickers with ghosts and goblins? I'm like, I don't care about the pumpkins and things like that, but sometimes I just felt like people were trying to push it too much. But the kids grew up understanding that and why we did it. I mean, I never really cared for it. I'm not like I don't watch horror flicks. I don't like that kind of stuff. I mean, there's enough horror in the world, and I'm a kind of a true crime kind of girl. That's pretty bad. So
it sure is.
I won't watch pretend crime, but I will watch real crime. It's an addiction. But anyway, so but one of the reasons that I was taught was that we don't celebrate Halloween, and people call it the devil's birthday. There's he wasn't born, so he has no birth date. Obviously we all know that he was in heaven, and he was actually the praise and worship director, what we would call the praise and worship director, but up in heaven. So, and he was excommunicated from the heavens because of he wanting to be larger than life and wanting to be bigger than Christ. And Christ was like, that's not how it works. Yeah. Right. I mean, you can add more onto this when I'm done, because obviously as a pastor, you might have a little bit more insight. I'm just kind of like summarizing it. But, we were taught that it's just not a good holiday to celebrate. For me, it's what we taught the kids, was we don't celebrate in it, not because we think that the dressing up is bad. Sometimes it's so cute and adorable when the kids dress up. But when people start going and dressing up the kids with blood and all this disgustingness and stuff like that, I can't deal with that. I can't. And you hear so many horror stories about kids being kidnapped. I know someone personally who, you know, almost bit into an apple and there actually was a knife in it, and the dad grabbed it from the kid, and you know, they realized that there was a razor blade in there. Like, who does that to a child?
Yeah.
And so, you know, you have to be careful. But the whole background of the holiday really is witchcraft.
There is, and I've heard a couple. And listen, some churches, they do what they're gonna do, and that's on them. We're just saying what we believe, and I think that, you know, there is a couple of the ex-Satanists. And then I'm telling you, there are people that's what they, you know, if we're as Christians are praying for blessings and praying for things, well, these Satanists, they're praying for curse. And one of the main day that they use is Halloween. That's like I've heard it so many times. It's like their go time party. So one time I picked up I'm not doing Uber on Halloween again. I don't know what the heck got into me to do it. Maybe it's because we needed it and I had to get out there. And I literally got a witch in my car. Now, was she a real one? I don't know, but she said something. She said something. This was in St. Augustine. Older lady, had to be like in her mid-30s, and she was all in black, and she had the big hat, right? And so I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, Lord, yo aquí hablando y señora, Jesús. And then, but she said something. She said, yeah, we're gonna just walk around the town, and we're getting together with all the witch ladies, and we're gonna be walking around town.
Well, in St. Augustine, you know, they believe it's for the haunting and the ghosts. And,
they're very about that. So to me, that's why we don't celebrate it. So I think it's better. It's funny because we got a comic book there about Spider-Man. So I don't think that the bad thing about the costume, because it's funny how many people wear a Spider-Man costume on a birthday party to cheer the kids up. I'm not gonna go that far to say that the costumes is what costume, like you said, if they're dressed in like anything, a ghost, anything.
I mean, we did costume parties for the kids, but it was for their birthdays.
No, but it was like Cinderella. She dressed like the princess. Yeah,
but it was never for Halloween.
Correct, but that's what I'm saying.
It was always for like a special.
We're not saying that the costumes are bad in general.
That's my point.
But there are, like you were saying earlier, the whole with the blood thing and the whole death thing, and I think that there is a background to it, and because you hear other Satanists say in different ones say how they use that day to really try to and the whole thing it doesn't have a good thing, like when we celebrate Easter, right? And we celebrate Christmas. Okay, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus. So I think we don't condone the going. Now there is a thing that we used to do in Vida Fe. Titi.
Hi, bendición.
Bendición, sending love and hugs. Bernice said me too. I think it's to what we're saying.
So when I was growing up, my mom and my dad, you know, they would get pumpkins, and my mom would cut it out, and you know how she would cut it open. But we didn't make faces on it or anything like that. We cut it open. She taught us how to clean it out, and she literally cooked the seeds of the pumpkin, and we had pumpkin seeds, and they were so good.
And we go pumpkin patch.
She would fry them, and they would be nice and salty, and you would suck on them, and they were just really good. And that, you know, for me, fall is one of the most beautiful seasons.
No, we don't get that.
Even though we don't get it here, you know, to see the changes and stuff like that. But it's so beautiful because you see all the changes, the things growing and renewing, and you know, I've read a lot of things, quotes that I've seen, because I do quotes at my job. We have like this sign, you know, those letter signs, and I'm the one that does the quotes. And so sometimes I'm looking for things, and I was like, oh, that's really cute. And I see things that say, you know, fall is a reminder, you know, of starting over again, or new beginnings, or what comes out of, the ground. And for me, it's about harvest. And somebody at work one day was like, "Oh, I thought you were a Christian." And I said, "You thought I was? I am a Christian." And they're like, "Oh, I thought you don't celebrate Halloween." I said, I don't celebrate Halloween. I'm confused. Do you have a question? "Oh, but you have these little pumpkins out." And I said, "They're pumpkins. It says happy fall, and it's all
pumpkins are
harvest.
pumpkins.
I have nothing about Halloween. Nothing here says happy Halloween. None of them are jack-o'-lanterns. They're literally leaves and pumpkins." And so she's like, "Oh, well, that's Halloween." I said, "No, that's called the harvest. That is what the Lord provides to us so that we can eat and be fed. And that is what I thank God for. For me, Halloween and Thanksgiving is all fall harvest and thanking God for los alimentos, ¿verdad? Like the things that he has given to us, the food, the finances, the shelter. It's just, for me, that's what the harvest is about. It's about just a reminder of new beginnings, you know what I'm saying? And beautiful things coming out and learning and doing over.
Yeah.
It's like a cleaning out and then doing over. It's kind of like a spring cleaning, but like an environmental one, kind of thing. And that just threw me off. And I looked at her and I was like, I think you got that wrong. So we had a little conversation about that and stuff. And so she kind of, I said, no, then because she wasn't winning, she's like, "Okay, well, whatever." And I was like, okay.
Say hello to your parents.
Hi, bendición.
And Bernice said, "Delicious." And fall shows us how beautiful God's creation is. It sure does. So I think one of the things that we used to do in Vida de Fe, and I'm not sure if, and when we were
we did in Palabra
de Vida, was that we called it Celebrate Jesus, and what we did was we would bring so because we wanted the kids to be not out there, so we wasn't doing something to, like, it wasn't an alternate. It's actually taking a position where, okay, we're gonna have kids come to our church, sit down. We're gonna have candies. None of them will have anything candy. Candies are candy, right? They don't have the Halloween wrap. They were just regular candies, because we gotta understand, kids are kids, and we gotta listen. I wanted to go out there, right? I wanted to get candy, but I never did. I never went out there. No way, Jose. So it's just the candy part, right? So we wanted the kids to get them out so they don't go trick-or-treating, come to our church that day, and they would come to our church, and what we would do, we would give them candy, but we would always give them bags and things that would say about Jesus, and it was called Celebrate Jesus.
It was Celebrate Jesus, but it was a harvest fest. We would decorate. We would teach and the kids as to why we choose not to celebrate Halloween. And I even one year taught the kids where the story that jack-o'-lantern really came in. It's kind of gross. And a lot of kids were like really surprised about that. But the jack-o'-lantern really came from the people wanting to be safe from the bad spirits. And so what they would do is cut open the pumpkin and take it all out. But then they would put guts of an animal, guts of a person, and and then they would put a candle inside to kind of let the spirit know, okay, this is for you. This is, I'm giving this to you so that you don't harm me. Here's your gift. And so a lot of people, don't know the backstory. You have to understand. I can't just say, "Oh, I don't celebrate it just because." You have people want to know why. And when you're explaining things to kids, you should be honest with them as to why. And so, I did research and I looked up things, and I worked really hard to educate, not only my children, but the children that I was responsible for as the kids church leader, and we would do games. So they would have a great time. And so on every station, they would win a prize. They would win candy. After I left Via de Fe, because we went into ministry, and the person who took over was Diana. And a great friend of mine who's no longer with us, but she took over the kids church ministry, and what she did for Celebrate Jesus, I have never seen anybody else do.
No, it was.
And it
great.
was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing because we had your brother's church, the new church in Vineland, and it's bigger, so it's a lot of more room. And she literally made every classroom a real, like a come to life Bible story.
Yep.
So one room was Lazarus coming, Jesus resurrecting Lazarus. One room was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego story.
Uh-huh.
One room was the feeding of the 5,000.
Samson.
The Samson. And there was just all these different stories, and everybody in the church, dressed up as the characters, and the kids would go into the room, and all of a sudden these people would start talking, and you'd have like a small skit, and it was like a rotation, and they had arts and crafts, they had games. She did such an amazing job with that activity. So it gave the kids a reason to say, you know what, I want to come back. I'm not missing anything out there.
Correct.
This is, and they were educated, not just about one thing, about several stories in the Bible. The 10 Commandments. I still remember everybody. It was so fun. Time. It was so much fun.
Deanna said, God bless you, Deanna, for all beautiful. Maybe she needs some comfort food, like a pumpkin cream pie muffin. Oh my God, that sounds good. I love fall too, Debbie said. Dios te bendiga de parte de tus padres. Bendición.
Love you, mommy, papi.
We have to teach them, correct. I think that is so crazy. Yes, Deanna, it's another Deanna.
Yes, it's not the same Deanna.
A good friend of ours that she
passed away, so she's not with us anymore.
So that, Dios bendiga a mi pastor. Un saludo, Mana Ruth.
Aleluya.
Entonces, date, Mana Ruth, le sacaste un aleluya. A la pastora.
Deanna's one of our members too. She's actually our our Bible education teacher. Yeah. I don't know why I always get twisted.
Because you want to say educación cristiana.
Yeah.
You want to go Spanish.
Yeah, I do.
But I think that that's again, it's not an alternate thing. It's not a.
Well, it is an alternate because you're giving them something different to do.
Because we want to
alternate is not a bad thing. It's okay. Well, instead of doing it, alternate means instead of doing this, I'm going to do that.
Correct.
That's what that means. Correct. So it is an alternate. It's okay. You're choosing to do something different. I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that, but I think because people, want to say, oh, if you don't celebrate, we don't celebrate at all, and we're not celebrating. We're celebrating. That's why we say celebrate Jesus.
Like I want to give out candies to the kids if they come knocking on my door. I feel bad. He won't let me, so we have to put a sign on the door. He said,
"The Lord bless."
He said no.
I do see people they have candy, but they have a message.
Yeah,
in their thing. So
you know what? We're not gonna talk about that because I asked him if I could do that several times.
Yeah, but no. I don't know. But
anywho, some churches do the trunk or treat, and that's to them, and I think that's cool. But it doesn't stop the kids from going out and doing stuff. And my problem with the trunk or treat is that it's getting too worldly.
Yeah, I think
so it went from something like, oh, let's do this as an alternate, and now they decorate the cars, and that's fun, and that's great. But they do things that are
they have
not Christ-like at all, and they have ghosts and goblins and the witch hats and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that's just you're crossing the line, and that's the problem that we have with this world today. That they go too far. You're too extreme.
Yeah.
You're and the word is clear about that we can't conform to the world. And so, sometimes people say that's hypocritical because oh, well, Christmas, this, that, and the other. And I'm going to get there in a second. But, for Christmas time, again, I was not raised that Santa Claus was real. But did we watch the Santa Claus movies? Did we watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah, because it's a Christmas cute. It's a cartoon. It was part of what we did. But my parents were very clear. I don't even really remember having to have a conversation with my parents with that because I think it was just a natural thing to us that we understood because we understood that Christmas from birth. It was told to us. We understood that the real meaning of Christmas was the birth of Jesus Christ, the birth of our Savior, and that all the other stuff, it's added things that we do, and we gift each other to show each other you know, Jesus is the ultimate gift, and so we gift each other to show each other that love that we have for each other, the same way that Christ has for us. And I love the decorating, and my mom, her house can be Rockefeller Center, okay, and I think she can be better than that. And so she's won a prize, even for her house decorations one time. And so she goes all out. She loves Christmas, and so for me, Christmas is about that too. It reminds me of my mother, reminds me of my father, reminds me of those times of just getting together with my family, the fellowship, the fun, the games, the singing, the silliness, seeing the people's face. I love gifting. I love, love, love gifting. And so I just enjoy watching someone's face when they're opening a gift. And my kids always end up crying for some reason, because I think they don't expect what we give to them and stuff. And that was always fun to watch. People would be like, yo, why are they crying like that? But I think it's because the kids also understood certain things about our finances and stuff like that. So when they would get things, they were really surprised about certain things that we were blessed. So we were able to bless them. But so for me, okay, yeah, I might have a little Santa Claus on my tree or something like that, but it's not because I worship that Santa Claus. I don't know if I have a Santa Claus. I think it's like a teddy bear with a Santa Claus hat. But we wear the Santa Claus hats when we're decorating and doing things because we're being stupid and silly and just having fun and having a good time playing Christmas music, but all kinds of Christmas music because it's fun. Not because I'm bowing down to it and worshiping it. I just think that it's just for me, that's just different. No matter what anybody says to me, I'm not gonna.
Not even me, because I don't like the Santa Claus.
Yeah, he doesn't like the Santa Claus, but
I like the Santa Claus. I just
he
don't
still
like
wears the hat.
I wear the hat. Yeah,
you wear the hat to be fun and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
not
but-
because he thinks he's Santa Claus. And we didn't raise the kids. We didn't raise our kids believing in Santa Claus. And I don't know if you remember that time we went to what's that name of that place? Storybook Land in South Jersey. So it's a little miniature amusement park for kids, right? It's so cute. And then Christmas time, we took the kids because they have lights and fake snow, and it's just a lot of fun. So when we get there, they're like, oh, before you can get started, this is Christmas time. They're like, oh, we all have to stand around this building. We were like, what's going on? We did not realizing that this building, all the way from top of the building, a chimney comes up and Santa Claus comes out. So I'm like, oh my God. So my son looks at me and he's like, I'm not gonna tell them that he's fake. And I'm like, shut up. Not because I'm scared, but because you don't want to break a little kid's heart or somebody say something to you, stupid or whatever. But it was so funny because my kids, but I'm sure that in my kid's head, sometimes they wondered, is he? But I also believe that we worked hard, we sacrificed a lot to give to them, to provide to them, and to bless them with the gift. So I wasn't going to give that credit to some fat imaginary man. Heck no. Nope. And the reality is that the history of Saint Nicholas is a good story in comparison to the history of Halloween.
No, the story of Saint Nick was a man who
he was a monk.
He was a what?
A monk.
A monk, and he would go and give gifts to the poor and people that are in need. So I think that's always a thing to be.
He liked to bless the orphans, and he inherited some kind of money.
You misspelled it. It says Satan. Satan. I mean, perhaps it's just a coincidence. Satan.
I don't know what she's talking about.
See, if you misspell Santa,
I'm Maria. All
that's
right,
you're adding an N.
You're going too far.
You're adding an N. So I don't think that's misspelling.
No.
Again, the story of Saint Nick. If you know the story of Saint Nick,
Saint Nick was a monk.
But I do agree. What I always say, though, I say it all the time. I think we do need to be careful because that's not the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah, no,
it's not even part of it. It shouldn't be part because the true meaning of Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ. So that's why I get very thin, because at the end of the day,
that's the difference with me and him. I don't mind hearing the stories and watching the movies.
But I think the story's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind hearing the story. I just think that we need to be careful with that. We don't get because you can get caught up with that.
Yeah,
And
no,
then you lose
definitely.
that the true meaning focus. And that's one thing that we never did with our kids, is
Yeah.
that they understood that Christmas was about Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they always understood it was about Jesus Christ and that we get together as a family to fellowship. My kids love their family and they love that fellowship of family. And that's because we instilled that in them, because we made a point to always be at the holidays with our families, whether it's your family or my family. You know, we alternate every year. And they love that. And when tradition starts to change, it bothers them. They like to, we raise them traditional and they like tradition. So I think that's pretty cool that my kids honor that still and enjoy that. So when they hear, oh, things are changing, it kind of like, they're like, why are we doing it different this year? You know, they get kind of bothered about certain things or whatever. So it's pretty funny.
The other thing they say, because they say the in Santa, I mean, Christmas, you have the candy cane, and the candy cane, they got the white. Have you heard that one? Because this is the white, which is the white for purity, and then red for the blood of Jesus.
So and then they also have other stories about
of course,
it.
I mean, I just
stuff
think
like that.
Yeah.
My thing is like there's one thing when you're overreaching and there's truth.
Santa is not real. Question mark. Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie, I'm sorry, Mama. I know. I'm sorry to break your heart at 50 years old. Santa is not real.
But we skipped Thanksgiving.
Well, we just because I had mentioned Thanksgiving, the fall. You know, Thanksgiving for me too is an important time of the. We need to be grateful every day.
No, we should.
You know, but I love Thanksgiving. I'm going to be honest with you. When my first year spending Thanksgiving with your family was a little bit difficult. He knows this because my family they're hardcore. Hardcore. My house was always known, my mom's house, like wherever we were growing up, whether it was an apartment, whether it was a house, it didn't matter how big or small it was. We were Grand Central Station. The door was always revolving and people were always there. And we had the nerve that even though there was 8 of us and then some of us had spouses and some of us had children, we still would invite people that we knew were going to be alone for the holidays to come and sit and have Thanksgiving meal with us. And we just really enjoyed that. It's a time to purposely take out and to be thankful for what the Lord has done for us, thankful for the harvest that God has given to us, and just thankful for all the things that we continue to be blessed with. And it's, you know, important. Again, it's about that. For me, it's about the fellowship with the family and getting together and just spending that time. And the way his family celebrates, they're very, you know, very simple, big family, but it was really, really simple. Whereas, and it was plenty of food, not that there was lack of, but my family were exaggerators. So there's a little bit of everything. My mom cooked the turkey, but she doesn't like turkey. So we had to have other meats there, whether it was ham, chicken, bedni, you know, there was arroz con gandules, there's potato salad, pasta salad, there's chicken Murphy, there's at least 4 different meats, 4 different sides, you know, sweet potato, there was yams, there's potato salad, regular salad, shrimp salad. There was just everything in its mother and everything you can, you know, and it was just so good. Then you take a break, you talk, you fool around, and the guys would watch. Well, we're all into sports. So everybody would go watch sports or in between or fight about why they're watching sports while we were eating. And then we would go at it again. And then there was a whole dessert table because, you know, bringing one dessert wasn't sufficient. But also there was like 30 to 40 people in one house.
It was a bit less, yeah.
It was a lot of people. You had like 2 to 3 tables. Then you had people sitting in the dining room, the kitchen, the sala, the other sala, you know. So it was a pretty busy time, and I just love that. I love the gathering, and I don't like to be around a lot of people, but that's in the public. But with my family, I enjoy that. But I don't like going outside and being crowded by people. That gives me anxiety. But being crowded by my family, that is my safe space, and I enjoy that. So I look forward to Thanksgiving. So I try to do my best to make it. And it's hard because down here we don't have a lot of family. It's just us and your parents. So, you know, that's a little bit, ever since we moved to Florida, it's changed a little bit.
It is what it is. But we're still grateful.
But with your parents now, I make them have a big Thanksgiving, even if it's just 5 of us. I do everything, and I make sure.
Yeah, amen.
Your mom's too funny. She always says, well, "I don't know how to do that," but then she makes it and it tastes good. Everything she makes it tastes good. She's so silly. She says when on Thanksgiving she's on break, she's on vacation. But if I ask her to do anything, she'll do it.
Christmas is about Jesus being born. The Lord gave us Jesus as a gift, so that's why we also give gifts, because we are showing love too. That's what Huti said. That's
I say that,
Bernice. But no, it's true. We're going to be together this Christmas.
I know. I'm super excited.
We are. And my favorite time of the year. So
yeah, because also we have to realize too that Christmas, was adopted as Christ's birth, right? They say that the conception of Jesus was around in the beginning of the year. So due to the calculation, it kind of lands on there. But the reality is that this was something that was created to there was some kind of paganistic thing that was going around that time with the Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and the Christianity at that time, when Christmas started, it became a thing, an actual holiday, started to, ¿cómo se dice? They were in the rise, it was because remember, they used to slaughter and behead us and jail us and all that kind of stuff. And so now Christianity was in the rise, and the Catholics were doing, there's some kind of 2 different kind of holidays or something specific, pagan holidays that they do or something like that. And so the Christianity were able to adopt this because of them finding of the dates supposedly of when Jesus was born. And so that was kind of adopted for our time to celebrate his birth, and so it gave us a reason to then put ourselves out there and to represent our Christian faith and why, whereas this other religion was doing these celebrations on behalf of their faith, now we had something to celebrate too. And so, that's, so, and then people take it and they add and they run to and they put these stories, because, believing the truth is so much easier, right? But for some reason, for other people, it's harder. And so they rather create these stories.
We celebrate Jesus. How about that one?
Yeah.
You all right, Ruthie? We don't have these. It says we don't have these opportunities all the time, so it's more precious now to me when we can get together and celebrate Jesus and family. It sure is. And I think that's what the holidays are for, right?
Yeah.
Holidays are to always first acknowledge our Savior. And when we acknowledge our Savior at first and put him first, I mean, everything. And then the other part is the gathering with your family, and so that you can continue to enjoy your time together. So
yeah, because the reality is, right, is that God is a God of love. And so when we gather together with our friends and our family, and even sometimes gather together with people we don't know to express our love to one another by that demonstration, we are demonstrating God's love to one another, because we do take the time out to talk about God's mercy. We do take the time out to talk about the birth of Christ and what that means, right? Because the birth of Christ was only the beginning. He was a gift that was given to us, and then later, he did the ultimate sacrifice for us, and so he didn't have to do that. And that's where Easter comes in, and we celebrate Easter because of the death and the resurrection of our Lord, right? Yeah. Because he's like, okay, this is what I was born for. You know that expression that people say, oh, I was born for this. That's what Jesus was born for. And he didn't have to do that, but he said, I'm going to do this because
I love obedient to the word of the Father. And I think that's the key. In my opinion, the date is not the point of the celebration. It's just the day people like to find the fit leg on the table. History is not precise in many ways, but people want to find just a reason, perhaps, to make conversation, laugh out loud. And it's not. I totally agree. It's that's not the day he was born.
Yeah, no.
So we just celebrate. So nosotros crecimos católicos, pero nunca nos enseñaron que Santa era el que traía los regalos. Mi madre nos decía que celebramos el nacimiento del niño Jesús y él era el que daba el trabajo
Yep.
a los padres para comprar los regalos. Los juguetes.
Yeah.
No queremos ninguna Santa. No.
Yeah, in my
Y
house,
no, yo
it
no
was
dejaba,
just
yo no
common
dejaba,
knowledge.
no le dejaba,
Christmas was about the birth of Christ.
yeah, y no dejamos la galleta para Santa.
Yeah, we enjoyed the decorating, we enjoyed the singing, we enjoyed, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it was
And
always
but there's
just to us, it was just common sense. Christmas is about the birth of Christ,
yeah.
like duh, like it just.
But then when you really think about it too, it's just the whole concept of Christmas as well, in the regular term, right?
Mhm.
It's jolly, right? Happy holidays. It's a Merry Christmas.
Mhm.
We say Merry Christmas. It's if you really think about it, it's more Christ.
Mhm.
And so I think as we have to, I guess it is understanding that it's just a date. It's not the real date that he was born. I don't think that's the point. The point is that we do celebrate that he was born, and then we celebrate that he came on this earth to save us.
Mhm.
And I think that when we continue to celebrate that, I think that's a great. And I think to enjoy time with your family, to sing the Christmas song, even the regular Christmas song, because they're happy, holly, and
My husband knows that Christmas,
jingle bells.
when we came to Florida, he knew that Christmas was either going to seal our fate of staying here or seal our fate of getting the heck out of Dodge, because I love Christmas so much, and I just love it's nostalgic to me, right? And so
thank God we were close to St. Augustine.
yeah, and so I just love all that, like I said, it reminds me of home, and it just makes me feel good, and I just love it. I'm like a little kid. He cracks up because he's like, you get more enjoyment out of this than the kids do. And I really do, like I really, really do, because it just brings back those childhood memories, and I just have a good time with it. And so when I saw how much people do here in Florida for Christmas, I couldn't believe it, because like literally I was like, it's like being in a Hallmark movie. There's just lights. They do like the light competitions, and I was like, oh my God, I live in a town where they compete about the lights. Oh my God, this is so cool. And they give you a map. You go online and you follow the map, and you go to these different houses, and they have these different things. It was really, really cool. So I like that kind of stuff, because it just for me, it just reminds me of my parents and my family, and it makes me feel good. And obviously, if I feel good, and it reminds me, thank you, God. Thank you for giving me the parents that I have, for teaching me that you're the reason that we're here. You're the reason for this season. Thank you for the traditions that they've given to me, and that I've been able to hand down to my kids.
And I think any holidays we don't need to wait for a holiday to enjoy your time with your family.
No, my family, we can make up an excuse to have a party.
We don't wait for a holiday. We don't wait for Easter to celebrate his resurrection. We don't wait for Thanksgiving to be thankful. Like we said, I think at the end of the day, everything we do is Christ centered. Is always to honor him and celebrate him. And the only one is just the Halloween that we don't care.
My thing is this: I don't like it. I don't, and I don't participate in it. Am I saying that people who go out trick-or-treating or dress up are going to go to hell for that? No, I'm not saying that. But we choose because of our convictions and because our belief in where that came from, and what that means, that for us, we decide not to participate in it at all, right? And in any aspect of it, because it's just for us not okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go out there and tell you, you're going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell, and you're going to go to hell because of this or that or whatever. But if I'm not.
Yeah, but if something is wrong, then if it's wrong.
Yeah, if it's wrong, but I'm not going to sit there as people are dressing up and coming to my house and be like, oh, you're going to go to hell because you're dressed up. That's what I'm saying. The same way people don't like the fact that we celebrate Christmas and want to take the Christ out of Christmas. The same way people are celebrating Transgender Day instead of Easter on Easter Sunday. You know what? That's between.
I'm just saying we're not okay. I'm not going to say, well, I'm just saying I wouldn't be okay to just say, well, that's okay if they do go, because I don't think it's right. If I don't think it's right,
no, it's not my problem. It's their problem, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to chase after somebody. And,
no.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to attack somebody. What I'm trying to say is like, I'm not going to attack somebody for doing what they're doing. Don't attack me for what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. But we do get attacked for what we're doing. And I think that's where people are crossing the line, respect me, but they don't want to respect you, in what you believe. Okay. All right. So I'm not chasing you down and running you down the road because this is what you believe. Then you shouldn't be doing it to me. This is, you have to, that's between you and God. What happens to you is between you and God. What?
But I think that if there's something that we believe that biblically is incorrect, we need to tell people it's incorrect.
So, of course, we tell people every day what's biblically correct. What I'm saying is I'm not going to sit in front of my house yelling at people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to be. People know where I stand and what my convictions are and what my beliefs are. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to attack people for it. That's what I'm saying. Where I feel like we get attacked for our beliefs.
Oh, we're going to get it. We'll always get attacked, but that's just the norm. We're always going to get attacked. That's not going to stop until Jesus comes. Until then, we're going to be persecuted and condemned. We're going to continue to go on. But it is what it is. I mean, we have to stay true to the word, and if there's certain things, and again, it has the connotation of death and all that stuff, and that's why we don't celebrate it.
Like I hate when my kids growing up, they weren't allowed to wear things that had skulls or skeletons. I hate that. So every once in a while, when Nick, now that they're adults and they're on their own, and even my daughter wear things, I'm like, what the heck is that? Because to me, it's professing death over you. I don't like the skull thing. I think you have to be really careful with those things. There are a lot of symbolical things that if you're not careful, you're kind of inviting things in without even knowing.
Well, if that person touches this topic, okay, let's break down that topic over coffee. I agree. As if somebody's gonna bring it up, then we're gonna talk and let them.
Yeah. Know. Oh no, definitely. If someone approaches me and wants to have a conversation, like I did at the lady at work, I'll have the conversation with you. What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna chase after people and purposely be with signs and telling them, you're going to go to hell because of this or because of that, because that's not how it's supposed to be done. Yeah. You want to have a conversation with me? We're going to have a conversation.
I can tell people that
you're going to, yeah, you can go ahead.
But I'm saying biblically we have the right to tell people.
That's not what I'm talking about though. You're going to go outside with the sign telling people they're going to, that's what I'm referring to.
You say it's okay. They go ahead and do that's what it sounds like.
It's their problem. It's not mine. It is okay. It's okay if they want to go do that, but it's their problem. The end result, whatever happens to them, that's between them and Jesus. That's not my problem. I'm not going to sit outside with signs in front of your house or march down the street. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway.
See?
That's why we go to Thanksgiving. Yeah, Bernice, I agree with Hudi. I put a big sign in my social media. Yeah. We don't believe in Halloween. And it's just, it's, the more we talk about it, the more it's a satanic thing. And that day the devil uses it specifically for that. So, let me get with the program. More program. So I mean, I just I'm not okay with people doing it, because I'm saying churches that want to do truck the way they do the truck or treat, whatever, that's on them. I'm not gonna condone that. Whatever. They have their reasonings, and that's okay. But for going actual trick or treating, yeah, I gotta say that I have a problem with that.
I never done that.
So
I don't even
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't even like knocking on someone's door to say, "Hey, God bless you. Can I talk to you about the word?" How am I going to go knock on someone's door to ask for candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't belong in the mission field.
How don't we have to do in the mission field?
Because I said I don't like to knock on people's doors.
Yeah, they get well now.
Actually,
But now then they leave them outside. So that, but the side things wouldn't be there's. That's the other thing. They be leaving the candy and then you got some kids that
people
just take the whole
stealing
thing.
it. I know.
So
The honor system.
Well, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
see
my
how
brothers would have been like,
I wonder how it's gonna be
I
here.
gotta keep this.
I wonder how it's gonna be here that night. Cause we might have
Yeah, I
people
don't
knock on
know.
the door because they're gonna probably be knocking on everybody's door. So
But I don't know because they do a trunk or treat. I don't know if they allow that here, like the
Oh.
trick or treat.
who
They're
does?
doing a trunk or treat here, the community.
Oh, that's
So
true.
I don't know
true,
if they
true.
allow
do.
the
No,
kids
no,
to
no.
knock on the doors.
But that's why I'm good. Good. Que lo hagan allá. And I'm not going to that.
I don't think. I mean, we have kids in this community, but I don't think it's a large. I don't see like a lot of kids here. I think
But they're a little group though.
a little group.
A little
Yeah.
group.
Mhm.
But it all depends on you think it's larger when it comes to the kid. But anyway.
We're a family of 9 and 8, so us large is.
And we're both number 7. I love saying that one. But Diana said Bernice. She started laughing. But yeah, I mean that's what it is. I mean, I think again, other than the Halloween, all the other ones are to just celebrate Jesus and continue. But how about if we celebrate Jesus every day, honor Him every day, continue to glorify His holy name, and we can continue to just thank God for what He does. And
if we didn't remember the birth, the death, and the resurrection of Christ on an everyday basis, then we wouldn't be real Christians. Because the moment that we understand who He is and we receive Him as our Lord and Savior, then it's our responsibility to remind ourselves on a regular basis so it's not forgotten. And when these special dates come, it's just an added incentive, to speak more about it, to share more about it.
But he don't play.
What she said?
I didn't care. I don't think the candy's around.
What she said? On the 31st.
There's no more candy. Candy, I'll give you candy. I got candy over there.
He will not give you candy. He does not allow any candy. He'll be eating the candy.
Baby, we just said that we don't give candy to the
kids.
But she comes, I'm gonna give her candy. She's my family.
She's gonna come dressed up.
Yeah. Your mom is listening carefully to you, and she wants to hear Lemmy. Why she wants to hear me? What churches don't just celebrate the present?
Mommy, he talks all the time. This is the one opportunity I have to share.
I don't know, but we mentioned the day reform, and I think a lot of churches do. A lot of churches do that. The pastors that I know, they celebrate the day of reform, and again, that's the 31st. The day is an important day, and so I do believe that the enemy tries to distract that. Isn't that funny? So yes, the day of reform is the day where the church, Christian church, came out, and so we honor that, we celebrate that. But again, it's just another day. We got to celebrate Jesus, and honor Jesus every day of our life. And when we do that, we're gonna be fine. Sue, blessings to you. And I'm glad that my parents, my in-laws, went to see your mom. So, Titi Rita made sure she let us know that they were there. No, Bernice told us that. I'm confused. Bernice told us that.
I'm being obedient, being quiet so my mom can hear you talk.
Well,
say something to her.
Bueno, es que estaba dejando que ella habla. So but I think that we do need to be very careful. I think your mom would say the same thing. She'll be on my side. Not that you didn't on the other side. I'm not saying that. It was the only thing about the whole thing. Somebody go trick or treating is wrong. If God comes, I don't know. Maybe they will. Para ahí mismo que se vayan con el diablo y su witchy. But I think that yeah, it is what it is. We don't celebrate it. How about that one? That's in as they made Mom's Day. Thank you, Bernice Mercado. So uh yes, great family, love you guys, and but let us just continue to stay true to the word and let us not get caught up with what everybody else is doing. Don't get caught up with what the world is doing. I think there has to be where we got to stay true to what the word says, and what's sin is sin and what's bad is bad. And so we can't sugarcoat anything else, but continue to worship God and worship Him. And as we do that, He'll continue to bless us and honor us. So let's continue to praise His name, and maybe next time. Oh, Yami says hello.
Who?
Yami.
Hey.
So
Hi.
I hope you enjoyed hopefully you enjoyed the topic. And again, just understand they're holidays. It's the same thing. People go crazy. Some people don't even celebrate birthdays.
No.
We celebrate birthdays. We well, every year you gotta.
I dare you not to celebrate my birthday.
So it's
You people are lucky that I stopped doing my countdown. I might start it up because someone was kind of upset that I don't do my countdowns anymore. So maybe next year I'll delight you guys.
Yeah. I work at a Christian school. We did different things for the kids on that day, and for Easter, we used to have the kids dress up Bible character. I like that. I don't think
cute.
there's. I think that's cute. Dress up like Moses.
I think the youth
One
group,
time I
the
did
youth
that.
group we had did that
I
too,
dressed
where
up
we
like
would find a
Moses.
theme in the Bible and then they would dress
And
up.
I had a shaft and everything. And so yeah, it's again, let's not get caught up with there's people who do parties and somebody dresses up like Superman. I don't think it's the end of the world.
When
I
Nikki
just
was
think it's
when
just
Nikki
that
was
day.
in preschool, he said, "I want to wear a suit to school." And I said, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, because it's Halloween, so I'm going to tell everybody I want to be a pastor like my grandpa."
Yeah, Lito. So
Remember his little suit, and he wore it with a tie and everything.
yeah, but anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it, and we're on the same page, by the way.
Who said we
Do
were?
you? I don't know, just in case. You get a little thing with the whole
Because I'm saying one thing and you're saying something different, and so you think I'm saying something different.
No.
So, but it is what it is. It's okay. I'm always in the thing that it's okay if we disagree. I don't need to see everything the way you see it. You don't need to see everything the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes us different.
Mm-hmm. That's what I always say, right? It's okay to disagree. It's okay. What is it?
Saying it and believing it is two different things.
No.
But we're not gonna.
I'll say no. I always say, and I tell people all the time. You know, when I talk to people, that when you're not even there, and I tell them about marriage, I said it's two different people. You're never gonna see eye to eye, but you got to get somewhere. Dijeron que está bueno. Saludos desde New Jersey. Dios le bendiga a Efraín Rivera. Un saludo cariñoso para usted. It was good. Me alegro. Nos vamos porque esto se está poniendo caliente. But yeah, the hours is up. Are you dying to end it?
My back hurts.
No. Oh, we gotta go. Keep us in your prayers. Continue to pray for us, and that we continue to move forward. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed this. If you want to go ahead, do me a favor, like I always tell you guys. Well, you know what I'm gonna say. Do me a favor. Go ahead,
like
go
and
ahead.
subscribe.
Go ahead, did it.
Share.
No,
and,
hold on.
I didn't do it from the beginning. Sorry.
Let me do it again. No, go ahead. Nope.
Share. That's what I was saying. I started from the beginning.
Let me do it again. Hit like. You gotta say hit like.
Like, share, and subscribe.
There you go. Oh, yeah. You want it one more time?
If you like the show, then press like, share, and subscribe.
I like how you're looking at the camera, and when I do this, they don't see you.
Oh,
that's
I'm all in the camera.
No, that's the second night. We're gonna say good night. God bless you. And have a
I
wonderful
was
day.
really into it. Thought you guys were looking at me. I'll do it now. Share if you like what you saw and heard today. Please do us a favor and click on like, share, and subscribe to his channel. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, bestie.
God bless you.
Thank you, babe.
See you
Dios
in
me lo
5
bendiga,
months.
que Dios me lo guarde. Un
Bye.
saludo, unos besos para mi suegro y mi familia.
Love you, mommy, papi. Love you.
Esa gente de New Jersey, un saludo cariñoso para todos ustedes. Que
I
Dios me
can't
lo
wait.
bendiga, que Dios me lo guarde, que Dios derrama de su bendición sobre tu vida, and that you may continue to just have a blessed time.
Papi, I called you and you didn't pick up
Oh, mira, nos vamos.
more than once, just to let you know this weekend.
And you don't answer my message.
And Isabel's mad because you don't answer her messages when she
Isabel-
texts you.
We have a third person. We have
She's been hiding over there.
we have to do one with us three. That'll be nice.
Those of you who like baked goods and
Yes. Isabel,
are
come here.
interested, my daughter has a website. It's Corinne's Bakery. Make sure you go and look at it. Look it up in Instagram if you have Instagram and order something.
Okay, we're improvising now. She's gonna come in. Don't look at her. Don't. It doesn't matter how she looks.
She looks fine.
I know, but she's like, where's the cookies? Oh, I thought you were gonna have. You
Not
don't have
baked,
any.
'cause you're-
Just
I
make
can't
a
be loud.
your
'cause you got-
your cameo. Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
Cameo. When somebody just shows up, the show's ending. There's
Where
my
are-
beautiful
what is
daughter
this?
right there.
Where's the camera?
Okay, Linda, right here.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
So go over there.
We can
can't.
see you. We can see you.
No.
hi. Hi.
This is my little chickmunk.
Look, you can.
Uh-huh.
This is my bakery.
Can you see it?
So you gotta, if you guys want, so say
Okay,
the
mom.
name. You gotta say the name. You know, mommy's not good.
Corinne's
No, mom's
Bakery.
a professional right now.
You did?
You
You
didn't
put it right?
Yeah, Zip.
She did. She got it clear.
Okay.
We got new
Oh, you
flavors
say the
coming
name.
out soon. It's Corinne's Bakery.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And on Instagram, it's Corinne's Bakery 18. I don't know what to look.
So
You
if
can
you're
put
not
that
following
myself,
her,
Right
follow
here.
her and order some stuff.
please.
And if you don't live in Florida, she can still ship it out to you. And if
Yes.
you don't want the cookies, like buy them and ship them to a friend. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, the holidays, Thanksgiving. Thank you for being my friend.
They're saying hi to you.
Hi. Who?
All right.
Oh, hi, Titi.
Uh,
Hi, Titi.
Nancy, Titirita.
Hi, Titi.
Oh, my titi.
I know. It's
That's
no, the website's currently down due to our outage.
Yeah.
But also, if you
We
guys
are?
didn't know,
Oh,
no,
I see.
the Amazon outage.
Oh, you keep
But,
getting the Amazon.
If you would like to donate to Chosen in Him, you can go to the Chosen in
Yes.
Him Instagram
Go
page.
straight
You
to
can
them.
also
What-
message my father, and he can send you the link where you can actually go straight through the link and donate, and it will go straight to the Chosen in Him nonprofit. Chosen in Him is a nonprofit that I started in 2016, where we give out to the community. And I'm trying to look at y'all and do
Yeah.
special outreaches and give back to the community. The whole point is to just bring the joy of the Lord and
Mhm.
show a little Christmas spirit and why we celebrate.
You did say that. The gift
Very
of
good.
cookies.
Very good. That's my baby.
So, and the cookies are not because of, she's my daughter.
Look who's
We-
calling,
Okay.
guys! It's my grandma.
Like Kiki saw Isabel and he said,
Hello.
"Ay Dios."
Hi.
Yeah,
Where
what you
are
said?
you?
You know what she said?
She said, "Where are you?"
She said Kiki saw Isabel and he said, "Ay Dios."
Oh, there he is. He's so cute.
Did your dad come?
Yeah, my dad.
Anyway, so
Sorry.
we'll let you guys go now. Have a blessed day. You should have flyers.
No, for real.
She has
Her-
flyers.
Our neighbor next door orders
Yes.
every week. She's obsessed. They even went to Puerto Rico and they were dying
Like
to,
a whole bunch of cookies. They
to
are.
get the cookies when they came back is all they were thinking about. So
Yeah. So
but they're really
they are really good. So and reach out to her.
homemade scratch.
She doesn't. She's just sticking to cookies right now. But let me tell you something. She
But
makes
she
a bread.
makes bread.
She made a cheese bread that thing was so good. So yes, we're very proud of her. we're praying that her
She's
goal
supposed to be
is
starting a culinary school in January, so
Yep.
keep her in prayer.
So she's doing her thing. So
Mhm.
we'll keep her in prayer. But I think she does have a flyer. I'll tell her to send it to you then. But anyway, blessing to you all. Thank you guys for the time. And we'll see you. Good night. Love you guys. Miss you both.
In case
Miss you
my
too.
son's watching.
And
later, I love
and
you.
we'll see you guys soon. Blessings to all.